on you so quickly. And it's like, I'll look into offseason stuff once it gets here. And then it's like the season ends and the draft's in 5 days and then free agency's in a week. Like it happens so quickly. And by all accounts, this is going to be a crazy offseason. One of my predictions for 2025 was that it was going to be a historic year of player movement. Now, that was obviously before the Luka trade. And yeah, I think factoring in the Luka trade, I think we can comfortably say this will probably be one of the craziest years of player movement the NBA has ever seen. So let's dive into this. Blockbuster NBA trades for teams are ready to risk it all. I need to stop predicting things. Why? I was right. Now, did the monkey paw curl? Did I manifest something into the universe? Maybe, but I was correct. Sally, would you trade Luka for Giannis? What, if I'm the Lakers or if I'm the Mavs? If you were still on the Mavs, well, I mean, if you were going to trade Luka no matter what, yes, I'd much rather have Giannis. But why the fuck would the Bucks do that? All right, let's get into it. Let's fire up the trade machine then and project how a handful of these mega deals might go down. Given the payrolls are in flux, that's really what it is. Teams are so scared of the aprons. Pistons have Zion as their Cade co-star. All right, before I even look at the package, Zion to the Pistons. Okay. I can kind of get there, actually. Now, obviously, you'd be taking a sizable risk, although I don't know how expensive Zion's going to be on the trade market. When he played this year, I thought he looked fantastic. That's a really fun running partner next to Cade. I think him and Cade would play fantastic alongside of each other. I would like this quite a bit, actually. I'm in on this. I think that's the kind of risk that the Pistons should take. Now, if it's at the cost of a Sar and multiple picks and Ivy or something, that might be a little bit too rich for my blood. Jaden Ivey, Tobias Harris, Clintman, and 1 first-round pick. Oh. Jaden Ivey, who was showing a lot of flashes this year before that devastating injury. Toby was good for them, but that's a contract. I know there's people who like Bobby Clintman, but I don't know. And top 3 protected pick. Okay, so yeah, if I'm the Pistons, of course, for sure I would do this, and 100 times out of 100. Zion, Asar, Duran stinks. Yeah, you'd have some spacing problems there, but it's more so Cade and Zion being my 2 guys moving forward. Now, why would the Pelicans do this? Ivy and 1 first-round pick. At that point, would you rather just not keep the Pelican? Would you just rather not keep Zion at that point? You know? Asar, Zion, and Duran spacing is too nasty, man. Well, it's not like Ivy's spacing the floor yet. Zion's stock has fallen quite a bit, but it's fallen to the point where it's like, why even bother trading him? They want to wash their hands? All right, I could see that. Let's see what they say. They are 6 years into the Williamson era. That's crazy, man. 6 fucking years? Really? Man, time flies. 2 playoff trips, 0 postseason series wins, 2 coaching changes, ahead of the front office firing, and some notable costly trades that haven't panned out. And we all know what they say about doing the same thing over and over and expecting a new result. So wasn't the part of the thing with firing David Griffin, and maybe I'm misremembering this, but wasn't part of it was they wanted Joe Dumars to trade Zion? Was that not a report that came out? Am I misremembering? With David Griffin and Brandon being out and a strong lottery pick in hand, conditions could be perfect to start resetting the roster around someone other than Williamson. This incoming trade package would help facilitate that process. Okay. Okay. I mean, Ivy was taking some pretty big leaps forward this year. Absolutely. I'd be interested in that now that I'm thinking about it. I kind of like this quite a bit. I think I'd do this for both teams the more I think about it. The more I think about this, the more I'd be interested in it. Zion to the Mavs. Nico will love Zion's conditioning. That's a good one to start. Rockets fix their offense with Durant mega deal. All right. What does this look like? Kevin Durant for Fred VanVleet, Cam Whitmore, 25 first, 27 first, 28 first. So 3 first-round picks, Fred VanVleet and Cam Whitmore. None of those picks being the Suns. When the Suns want at least one of their picks back? Like, if the Suns are doing business with the Rockets, are they not asking for their picks back? Rockets really do need someone who can score, but they'd have to trade Jalen Green for KD. Luka should go to the Rockets. All right, so, I mean, for Houston, Fred, Cam Whitmore, and 3 picks, and we'd still have picks to make other moves elsewhere, and Jalen Green's contract to maybe go out and get another point guard. I think that's really doable if you're Houston. I would say yes to that. If I'm Phoenix, now let's be very clear about something. I've been saying this for months. The KD return is not going to be very big. Like, it's probably going to be disappointing. It's going to be an underwhelming return. And this is why I've been saying, if the Mavs are really interested, they probably have the best package, all things considered. Because the Suns are going to want pieces that help them remain competitive and first-round picks that they can use to do other shit, whether that's get off of Beal's contract or whatever the case may be. I don't think Pelinka is actually good. He should go anywhere but stay in LA. Other Texas teams, Orlando, make a lot of sense. I mean, Luka is going to be on the Lakers next year. I'll tell you that much. No way they keep Green. Well, I'm imagining in this scenario, you could turn around. You still have picks at your disposal to trade. You could turn around and trade Jalen Green and picks for other things. Jalen Green is kind of a fraud. I don't think there's kinda about it. So for the Suns, Fred VanVleet, Cam Whitmore, and 3 picks. Oh, wait. They're saying 25, their own. Okay. All right. So their own is being the Suns' picks. So the Suns are getting back their 25 pick, their 27 pick, and a lottery-protected pick from the Rockets, I'm assuming. So they are getting a few of their picks back, including the one this year that is a lottery pick. Top 10 in the lottery. Okay. I think the Suns would do that. I think you'd want like some better players in return, maybe like a young guy, but getting your own picks back, including one that's going to be top 10 this year. Fred VanVleet can play for you 100%. And an interesting young guy in Cam Whitmore. Suns don't need more guards. Well, I mean, Beal's not in your plans moving forward. Tyus Jones is a free agent, and he's not in your plans moving forward. He was fucking terrible this year. Fred could play for them, absolutely. Take a shot at Cam Whitmore, a top 10 pick. Yeah. The Suns would do this 100%. This really isn't that bad for the Rockets either. They can't trade 2028. Who can't? The Rockets? Heat find their star in Ja Morant. Oh, shit. Ja Morant and Jay Huff to the Heat for Duncan Robinson, Kyle Anderson, Jovic, Jaime Jaquez. Oh, that's fucking gross. Oh, that's terrible. Golden State Warriors 2025 first, which is not going to be a very good pick. 29 top 4 protected and a 2031 first. That feels terrible for Memphis. Is that not just god awful? Great deal for both sides. I mean, Miami, sure. Ja, Bam, Hero. Is that team winning anything? Probably not, no. All of your picks. John Bam is an interesting pairing for sure, but that team's not winning. Now you got your star though in Ja Morant, so that's what Miami's really looking for. Why would Memphis do this? Is this not a horrible return? Now maybe Ja Morant's value's in the toilet. What more can Memphis get? Yeah, but like if this is the return, why even do it? Here's one thing that people, and I talked about this with Ja Morant. It's a business. It's a business. Ja Morant is one of the most, considering all of his flaws factored into the equation, one of the most valuable superstars from a marketing perspective in the league. You're a very small market in Memphis. These guys do not come around very often. You having one of the most popular, young, exciting players in the league is very valuable to a team like Memphis. So if you trade him for Duncan Robinson, hey, Kyle Anderson reunion, Jovic, who, hey, man, you guys know I love Jovic, but I'm not sure. And Jaime Jaquez, who, I mean, has to be up there for maybe most disappointing player in the league this year. Ugh. I mean, where am I ending up with that? Ugh, I don't know. I'm about to give Jaren Jackson Jr. a huge contract. Bane's maxed out. Spo cut his minutes after Jaime Jaquez slept with his ex. No, Jaime Jaquez was just not very good. I'm pissed from watching Luka and watching AD shoot elbow jumpers with a broken dick. I don't know about the dick part, but I don't think Memphis says yes to this. What's our last one? Raptors win the Giannis sweepstakes. Oh, okay. Giannis and Pat Connaughton to the Bucks for Ingram. Ingram, RJ, 1 first-round pick, 2 first-round picks, 3 first-round picks, 4 first-round picks. So you get Toronto's first-round pick. Listen, this says top 2 protected. If I'm Milwaukee, no, it's not. No, it's not. That shit's not going to be top 2 protected. Toronto has the 7th best odds in the lottery this year. And those Raptors picks could be valuable. Ingram and RJ Barrett. So if you're Milwaukee, you're saying, hey, fans, we're tearing it down. Can they even trade Ingram yet? What's the rules there? Because they just extended him like a month ago. I guess my first question is, it's going to say why Raptors do it, why Milwaukee does it. Why does Giannis do it? Look, the reality is the Bucks, if Giannis doesn't make a trade, the Bucks are going to work with him. The Bucks will work with him. Why? So this trade happens. The Raptors are Emmanuel Quickley, Giannis, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl. Giannis loves Masai. I mean, is that team competitive at all? Low-key great defense? No, I don't think anything low-key about it. I think that'd be a very good defense, but Scotty and Giannis are a strange fit. I mean, we talk about bad spacing with the Zion trade. Giannis, Scotty, Poeltl. Giannis and Dick, good fit. Sure. Toronto has more win now intentions in its 3 consecutive seasons without a playoff trip would suggest. I mean, the Raptors roster's hilarious, especially when you look at how much money they're paying guys. Could the Bucks get better than this? Ingram and RJ. I guess in the sense that we don't own our picks. So let's like at least try to be somewhat competitive. So our team next year, Dame's out. Our team next year is going to be what? Who the fuck's playing point guard for them next year? And they trade Giannis, who was basically playing point guard for them once Dame went out with that blood clot. If we trade Giannis, who's playing point guard for them? I mean, they're going to have to go get somebody, I guess. KPJ? That's disgusting. Let's just say Tyus Jones, Ryan Rollins. Tyus Jones goes there on a vet minimum or some shit. Dinwiddie? Okay. All right. Then what's our starting 5? Oh my God, that's the most disgusting team I can ever imagine. Like, I'm imagining selling Giannis and trying to sell your fan base on this team. Insert point guard here: Ryan Rollins, Kevin Porter Jr., RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Brook Lopez. But Brook Lopez is probably gone in that scenario. That's your fucking team. With Doc Rivers coaching. It's just... That's sickening, man. That is so... Like, imagine that. Imagine being a Bucks fan, and that's your team next year. Kuz, RJ, and Ingram. That's pretty funny, actually. That's pretty funny to think about. Torturous. Oh, man. I think that... So Giannis said he wants European stars to go to big markets. Do we consider Toronto a big market? I mean, Toronto is a massive, massive market. Don't get me wrong, but is it like a big NBA market though? That's always been the who's beating that big 3. Yeah, that'll be the hilarious like clutch points tweet. Who's stopping this big 3? Kuzma, Ingram, and RJ. I need a Photoshop of that immediately. I need a Photoshop. Can we find one? Brandon Ingram in Bucks jersey. And I don't want AI slop. I don't want AI garbage. Oh. Hyper realistic art of Brandon Ingram in a Bucks jersey. Yeah, that's hyper realistic. I see the hyper realism there for sure. Man, AI has really ruined the game. There'd be Brandon Ingram in a Bucks Photoshop jersey. So easily findable. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know, guys. I think that these trades are funny. I think the Zion and the KD ones I like. I like quite a bit. I don't get why the Grizzlies do this one, and I don't. This one's fucking hilarious. Trading Giannis and that being your team. That's a tough pill to swallow.